economics report is setting off an alarm about children in America in the workforce. It says that across the country, states are trying to weaken child labor laws. Fox 5 team's Dana Fowle is here with some of that research. Dana?
I was pretty surprised when this came across my desk. I wasn't expecting it. It doesn't really feel like a 2023 worry, but it is. Take a look at this headline. The headline from the Economic Policy Institute says child labor laws are under attack, and that violations of the current laws are rising. The report reads that they're seeing child labor law violations in meat packing and manufacturing jobs. These states, it says, want this low-wage labor, and so they're trying to weaken state laws coming in actual contradiction with federal protections. There has been a 37% increase in child labor violations in the last year alone. At least 10 states just in the last 2 years have introduced or passed legislation to roll back child protections. Children from poverty, children of color, and immigrant children are the most vulnerable. In February, a report by the U.S. Department of Labor noted that it is investigating meatpacking facilities owned by Cargill, Tyson, and JBS. Labor investigators said that children between the ages of 13 and 17 were actually working overnight, cleaning sharp saws, sustaining injuries like chemical burns. They're also investigating Hyundai Kia, the facilities over in Alabama, for employing migrant children. Here's a look at what a few states are doing. In Arkansas, the governor signed a bill allowing 14-year-olds to actually bypass parent consent to work, so they don't need their parents' permission. In Nebraska, bills introduced aimed to lower the state's minimum wage for a lot of teenagers. In New Jersey, the law was changed to put a teen workers break from 5 hours to 6. Watchdogs say these are not isolated events, but actually a coordinated effort by certain industries to change the landscape for children who are in the workforce.
Okay, so you mentioned a few states. What about here in Georgia?
It's not one of the 10 states actively changing or attempting to change these laws. In a 2021 federal report, it actually said that Georgia had made moderate advancements in eliminating the worst cases of child labor law violations.
It does seem really interesting that it's nowadays, right, that we're talking about some of these changes being
Well, I mean, you know, they need access to more of the workforce, and if you bring in younger folks, they're more reasonably priced. You don't have to pay them $30 an hour or $25 an hour. But, you know, I try to put it in context of, I have a kid who's going to be 14 in September. I can't imagine her getting a job after school or working in a plant without me having some sort of control over that choice. But there are also families where 14-year-olds are expected to bring in a little extra income. So it's nuanced. There are a lot of ways to look at it, but it's happening nationwide and something to keep an eye on.
All right, Dana, thanks so much. We appreciate it.